Hi, I'm Mike Gannon from the Pond Hunter video series. Spring is in the air. It's that time of year where we go around and we service people's ponds and get them cleaned out and opened up. And I want you guys to come along with me and check out how we do it. We have a big pond that we're going to be opening up, and you can see the whole process start to finish. So come on with me and we'll do a spring clean out together.
Wave on, wave on, any way you can. You run, you hide, you're so halfway in, meets the sky, the sunrise.
Okay, so with the pond drained now, it's the time to get into the skimmer box and try to do some of the maintenance inside here. This is done on an ongoing basis during the season, but the spring clean out gives a great opportunity to really kind of take things apart, see what's going on in there, make the changes you need to make. The net inside here, and this is the first pass of the filter, the skimmer filter, captures a lot of debris. This net, for me, ooh, you can see it's kind of mucky. This net has had it, so I'm going to replace this and put a new net in this year. And I probably replace the net about every 2 years. They get a lot of wear and tear, so they don't really last all that long. You can also take out your pump now. Take a look at that. Kind of see a lot of muck on the intake of this, so this is the best time to take this apart and make sure everything's clean and running smooth, and you get a nice fresh start with this season. Put that aside and take a look at the overall condition of your skimmer box. A lot of times during the season it's hard to get all the way down to the bottom and clean things. You can do the regular maintenance of cleaning and your net and everything, but now is a great time to take a look around. As a matter of fact, I'm even going to replace the door on my skimmer. This is broken, so time for a new one. Ooh, it's mucky in there. But this gets so much wear and tear, everything gets drawn into the skimmer box, so you can expect to find all sorts of stuff inside here. I usually like to take a net and really get down in there, kind of see what we got. Oh yeah, we got nastiness is what we got. Woo! All right, so I got a little bit of work to do here. And then we'll come back and take a look at how we're putting this back together. Nice and clean inside. All the debris is out from the bottom of the skimmer box. Pump is clean. See, no more debris, no more muck. So I can get the pump put back in. I just need to connect the check valve and then get that put in. I'm going to put the door on and get everything back together, and then we're done with the skimmer box. Everything took maybe 20 minutes to do. It's actually a pretty easy process. And when connecting the pump, I'm using a check valve which just screws on. There's a union inside here. It's very, very easy to do. It screws together, it hand tightens, and that's it. Easy stuff. My door, I have a new door for my skimmer. Has two little adjustable hinges on the end of it. They go in either side. Boom, that's done. Easy stuff. And a brand new net. The net just locks into place right underneath the face of the skimmer box, and then locks in back here. So as the water comes pouring through, this is catching all the big debris. Very easy stuff. Now my skimmer is all set up for the beginning of the season, and I'm just gonna have regular maintenance until next year. Let's go take a look at some of the other stuff. During the clean out, I check my lighting system too. I try to cover everything because it's just a great time of year to do it. So with my lights, I make sure the lenses are nice and clear. There's no algae covering over it that makes the lights kind of dim, so I'm getting full output for my nighttime display. I make sure everything is working properly. If I need to, I can unscrew the covers and put in new light bulbs and put everything right back together where it is after I've checked the system. If you have an aeration system in your pond, now's a good time to check it. These diffusers actually get pretty worn out during the season. So I like to just put in brand new ones. And what I'll do is take the end of my line and just give it a little snip to kind of clean up that connection. And then I have new diffusers with me. Voila, see? Real nice and new. Probably take about a week before it gets kind of discolored, but when you snip it, you get that nice clean connection. Bam. And now we have a new air diffuser to keep everything looking good inside here. I have a few more to change around the pond. While everybody's out of the pond, now is the ideal time to take stock of your fish. You want to get the count of how many fish you've had in there, if there's been babies throughout the year, and you want to take a real good look at the condition of your fish. Now you can have a real up-close look to make sure there's no cuts or sores or any sort of health issues that you may want to address. When you have them out, if there's something you need to address, you can easily separate them out and do the treatments that you need to do before returning them back to the pond and the general population. So it's a good idea too to maybe cull your fish. If you have too many fish while they're out, great time to give them away to friends, family, or try to trade them for supplies, whatever the case may be. But a lot of people tend to keep very overstocked ponds, like me. So if you want to thin it out, now is the time to do it. My fish are looking pretty good. I don't see any real problems with any of them. I think I've seen a lot of growth during the winter time, believe it or not. My little guys have still managed to grow, and everybody's looking pretty good. I took a good close look earlier at their eyes, around their mouths. I'm checking their fins. I'm checking their undersides. I'm looking for sores or ulcers or cuts, scrapes, abrasions, signs of parasites or bacterial problems. Luckily, my fish are pretty clean, so I'm not too worried about returning them back to the pond once we're done with the clean out. But again, if you come across a problem, now's the time to handle it. If you have predator issues with your pond, now's the time to also set up your predator control. Whether it's the good old fake heron, these should be moved around from time to time, by the way, because a heron will realize that it is fake. So move it around, keep him on his guard. But the fake heron should be set up now because you're out, you're doing your stuff, get it set up. Why not? You could also try other types of predator control. The owl does a good job. Stringing fishing line across the pond. There's any number of things you can do. A trick I use is having a talk radio station playing when I'm not around. I think the heron doesn't really want to come around an area where the human voice is, and it'll keep them at bay. And listen, if it works one time and it saves your fish, perfect. So if your filter needs new filter pads, boom, here you are. This time of year to do it. New filter pads. I'm gonna put in brand new ones. After about 2 or 3 years, this heavy duty material starts breaking down and can tear very easily. That's when you know you gotta put in new ones. Even though you can clean them and try them again for a season, just bite the bullet, get a new one put in, and that way you are all set for the rest of the year. These do require maintenance, probably a few times a year, not as often as a skimmer box. Those get cleaned more often, but these should be taken out and hosed down to get rid of sediment. Otherwise, water tends to travel around them instead of traveling through them.
You seem lonesome too, so why not choose a better way? And me, I'm like a breeze, I'll never be in one place. You run, you hide, you're somehow where the earth meets the sky. Though sundown, the sunrise, you're somehow where the earth meets the sky. No, we'll always grow from these roads that hold us down. Is faith in this guided trust in the whirlwind of loss that steals the crown. Well, I suggest we lose.
Well, that's how we do the spring clean out. It's a big job. You do it once a year, that's really all it takes, and that should keep your pond in pretty good shape apart from regular maintenance. So thanks for sticking with me through this. I hope I had some good tips and some good pointers for you, and we'll see you next time. So stick around, take care.